What is going on, everybody? Want to wish you a really good morning, and I'm here with my awesome, outstanding cup of beautiful black coffee. Today what I want to talk to you about is how bulking can absolutely kill your testosterone levels. And I know people are going to be out there like, bulking doesn't kill your testosterone levels. I bulk, I put on gains, all these different things. And what you have to remember here is I am talking for the long term, gentlemen. I'm talking for the long term. The thing is this, you guys, a lot of you guys are really, really young right now. We're talking like 18, 19, 20, 21. And I could feed you guys intravenous soy milkshakes for the rest of your life, or not for the rest of your life, but for the next few months, and give you nothing but that, and your testosterone levels are still going to be high. Why? Because you are 18 to 21 years old. I'm 39, and I'll tell you something. If you don't take care of these things right now, guess what happens? You start to freaking feel it. You start to feel it probably around 31, 32 for a lot of you. Some of you might be even earlier, around 27, 28. But when you get up to about 35 years old, you're going to start to feel it, man. You're going to start to feel it. And you're going to wish you had started to take care of these things when you were younger. Now, my goal isn't to scare you today. My goal is simply to inform you. The thing is, I think what happens is when we're young, we get our sights set on just trying to get strong, build muscle, all these things. We don't think about the future. And that's why we got so many young guys out there trying to inject themselves with steroids long before they should even be thinking about testosterone replacement therapy. So what I'm going to talk to you about today, like I said, is bulking and how it could potentially lower your testosterone. Now, I'm not going to tell you to eat like a bird. If you watch my last video, I talked to you about how eating low calories can actually upregulate your sex hormone binding globulin, and that's not a good thing either. But we also mentioned that eating really, really high amounts of calories can upregulate your aromatase. And aromatase is an enzyme that can turn testosterone into estrogen, which is the opposite of what you're looking for if you're looking to up your testosterone levels. So the big thing here is that, yes, that is an issue. There's an even deeper issue here, and that's something called Leydig cell failure. Now, what are Leydig cells? Leydig cells are the cells within your testicles that help you to produce testosterone. They're the cells responsible for generating the hormone testosterone. And the way this hormonal cascade works is it starts up in the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus releases gonadotropin-releasing hormone. Gonadotropin-releasing hormone travels down to the anterior pituitary. The anterior pituitary helps to release luteinizing hormone and follicle-stimulating hormone. Follicle-stimulating hormone. And then those two hormones, they travel down to stimulate your Leydig cells, and they will help to produce sperm and test. So, knowing what this hormonal cascade is, there's a few things we need to consider here. Number one, the Leydig cells are extremely sensitive, right? Your testicles are outside of your body for a reason. And the reason is, number one, they don't like high levels of heat. And number two, they can die off pretty easily if that temperature raises or if they're exposed to chronic inflammation. Now, what am I getting at here? Well, for a lot of you guys who are getting into these heavy bulks, what you're doing is you're filling your body up with food, sugar, a lot of different types of calories that are just going to raise your levels of chronic inflammation, right? And you might not feel it right now because you're young, or some of you who have been trying this, you might feel it, right? I've been talking about achy joints and inflammation and autoimmune disease, right, for a good bit now. But with when we're talking about testosterone, inflammation can actually kill off your Leydig cells at the source, right? Kill off your testosterone at the source of their production. So what do we need to do here? The big thing is you need to make sure that you're doing two things with your diet. Two simple things. There's no tricks, no magic spells here. Two things. Number one, you need to make sure that your nutrition is digestible. And this is so important, right? Digestibility in your diet is more important than your protein levels. It's more important than the amount of calories you're eating. It's even more important than the amount of vitamins and minerals you're getting, because if you can't digest it, you can't use it. And if you can't digest it, it's going to cause damage to your body. It's going to cause damage to your digestive tract. And if there's damage to your digestive tract, remember that a lot of your immune system is located in your digestive tract. And so when your digestive system gets inflamed, that releases inflammatory cytokines that go throughout your body, and they can start to kill off those precious Leydig cells that are producing your lifeblood, testosterone. And that can, again, over time, lead to a lot of different types of issues and can shut your testosterone down at the source. The other thing to remember here is that your digestive system is also connected to your brain. Remember what I said about your brain, right? Your hypothalamus is the start of where everything happens. And if inflammation gets up into your brain, what it can do is it can shut down everything even further, right? You might have a few Leydig cells survive due to chronic inflammation, but if your brain gets inflamed and your hypothalamus stops releasing gonadotropin releasing hormone and growth hormone and all the other vital hormones that go into making you who you are, then you're going to have a complete shutdown like nobody's business. So, number one, improve that digestion. Okay. Number two, nutrient density, right? Nutrient density. Make sure that you're eating food that is nutrient dense. And again, I told you, I don't want you eating like a bird or anything like that. It said that extremely low calories can increase the levels of bound testosterone that you're not going to be able to use. But the food you eat should have a good amount of anti-inflammatory agents in it, vitamins, minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, right? This is really, really, really important. Those are the two big things in your diet that matter. They're the only two things in your diet that matter. Then once you get those two things covered, then you can worry about your calories, your macronutrients and things like that. So that's two things, okay? Now, as I said before, you really, really want to take care of your brain, your environment, and a whole host of other things. There's other factors out there that could lead into reducing your levels of testosterone and causing problems with your hormonal health. And what I've done is I've created a free checklist. It includes everything that you need to do to optimize your testosterone levels naturally. I've written a bunch of articles on this for Testosterone Nation, and it's something that's been really occupying my time for the past few months. So I wanted to create this checklist. With this checklist, you're going to get a 21-day testosterone optimization workout, and it's entirely free. And I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to try and sell you my next supplement or my next product or anything like that. I just want people to have this information because, ladies and gentlemen, and mostly gentlemen, if you're watching this to raise your testosterone levels, I've been down a lot of these different paths before. And in my older years, I see the error of my ways of my youth. And I really don't want people to go through a lot of the shit that I did when I was younger, because I was a freaking idiot. So go ahead and check that stuff out. I'll put a link below in the description box, and I'll put some cards up here on the video. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Peace.